Mm. How y'all doing? September, what a time to remember. Now, this one, we're gonna keep it a little light. The last few have been kind of darkish. They've been kind of like really thought provoking. So we're gonna kind of just keep it simple here, keep it light. Today is gonna be simple and light. And it's gonna be a shorter one today. So here we go. Have you been have you traveled outside the country? Yes or no? And if you have, where have you gone? So, and we could actually also do outside the state if you haven't been out the country. If you've been outside the state, outside of Cali, I'm speaking in Cali, or let me say outside of your state, wherever you're watching this from, outside of your state, or if you've been outside the country, where have you been? So, I've had the benefit, the privilege of being able to do both. Not too many times. Not very many times, but I was grateful to actually at least go. So, I'm going to start with outside the state. Obviously, people who know me know I live in Cali. If you're outside of Cali, if you're watching this from outside of Cali, well, wherever you like, if you're watching from New York, if you're watching from Arizona, from Miami, from Texas, it doesn't matter. If you're watching from Canada, from even outside the country, well, obviously Canada's outside the country, but Canada or Mexico, the UK, wherever you're watching from outside, if you're outside this country, then have you actually traveled outside of your country? So let me start. The first one. So I have traveled outside of Cali. I've went to Nevada, Vegas specifically. I went to Texas, Houston specifically, Louisiana, New Orleans specifically. I've went to New York and New Jersey. So I was in Newark in New Jersey. I was in Patterson in New Jersey. I was in Jersey City in New Jersey. In New York, I was in Long Island, Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens. I traveled all over the boroughs. So, but yeah, New York, Louisiana, Texas, Nevada. And outside of the country, I've been to Mexico. I've been to, I just went to Costa Rica this summer. It was fun. I showed you guys last month when I first started my August videos. I showed you the souvenir I brought back. It was a nice little keychain. But Mexico, Costa Rica, I went back to my family's home, Guyana. But on the way there, I went to Panama. I stayed in Panama. So Costa Rica, Panama, Mexico, and Guyana. outside the country. And then inside the country, but outside the state, Nevada, Texas, Louisiana, New York. Yeah, it's not a lot of places, but there are some people that have never been outside their block, let alone outside the state, let alone outside the country. So, you know, there's always people that have traveled that have traveled all over. They've traveled all over the world. They've had the blessing and the privilege of being able to travel all over the world. And then there's some that haven't been able to even leave their space. So compared to them that haven't been able to leave the space, I'm well traveled. But compared to the people that have been all over the world, I've barely set foot outside my space, outside of Cali, so that's, but I do plan to travel a lot more in my life. There's a lot of places I want to go. And I do intend to go there. And I do intend to go to these places. I will. There ain't nothing stopping me. Nothing stopping me. When I get to where I'm going, I'm traveling the world. I'm doing it. That's what I'm doing. I already have my mind set on it. I'm going with my family. I'm going with my future family. Going with the parents, which I did in Costa Rica, but we're going to be doing more, with my immediate family, with my future family, all that good stuff. That's the way I see it. I'm not being limited to this space right here. I will not be limited to this space forever. I refuse to. There's so much I want to do, and so far I want to go. And I know, I put it in my mind that I'm going to get there. It's just a matter of how. And that's what I work on daily. And I go through all this hell, so to speak, to get there. So that's me. That's where I've been. And obviously I plan to go more, like I said. Plan to do more than that. I don't know if I'll be as well versed as the ones that have been to every country. There's some people that have been to every country. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but I will go to a lot of places. And that's just me. But the question again is, if you've been out the country, where have you been? And if you haven't been out the country, where have you been outside your state? And if you haven't been outside your state, where have you been outside of your city within that state? So those are the questions, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. We're coming to the end, It's a lot of effort and consistency to keep it going. And I do it because this is something I enjoy in my pastime. It's something I love. And I put the effort in to stay on top of it every day. Stay consistent with it every day. Do one every day. October may be a different story though, but I'm going to figure something out. That's what I'm going to do. But you guys, I hope you guys have a good night. And you guys stay blessed, and peace and love. Blessings. Peace.